Hello and welcome back to Aussie Frugal Family. Please excuse my voice at the moment. We are all sick. As per usual, I feel like I haven't really gotten sick yet until now, not properly anyway. But yeah, this last sickness has really hit me. But anyway, today I am just going to do a little bits and pieces video showing what I've been getting up to at home the past week. That first little footage was just from my mum's place. Yeah, we've been going down enjoying nice weather when it has been available, trying to get some sun onto our sick selves. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff at home too. So the first thing that I have been doing is trying to do some stuff in the garden. Not heaps, because I don't have a whole lot of time to go play in the garden at the moment when I'm trying to stay on top of like cooking and cleaning and stuff in the house. But I still am trying. So I had run out of oregano, dried oregano. So I decided to go and pick some from the garden. It's not like the healthiest at the moment. Over winter it didn't do great, so it won't be the tastiest, most flavorful oregano that I've ever grown, but yeah, I had totally run out, and I do like having some dried versions as well as fresh. So I went out into just my little front garden and picked some of that. Not a heap going on in that front garden at the moment. Again, we've been busy, but there's some seeds planted and a few little things that we've got going on. So I am going to dehydrate this oregano. I'm not washing it first because I pick off all the leaves and then I wash it on the dehydrated tray. I just find that a little bit easier. So yeah, I just pick off all the leaves. I didn't harvest a whole lot because I would prefer to harvest it when it's a bit healthier and more flavorful. But yeah, this will get me by for a little while at least. So yeah, picked a bunch of that. If you have seen my spice rack tour, you'll know that I grow a lot of our own herbs. We've got oregano, thyme, what else do we have? Rosemary. Oh, there's lemongrass. There's all sorts of things in my garden. It doesn't look like a particularly healthy garden, but it does actually produce quite a lot for us. So yeah, this is just me picking the leaves and I'm going to pop them in the dehydrator. For those who are asking, our dehydrator is an Excalibur, I think it's called. It's pretty old. My dad used to use it. It's actually his. And I had an old Aldi one. It was like $40 from Aldi. I got it years ago. It eventually died and I borrowed my dad's and then I just never gave it back. So yes, now it's mine, I guess, because he just was like, meh, just keep it there. So that was nice of him. So I just put it onto the lowest setting when I'm drying herbs. I had a few other things in there as well, just some parsley from the garden and what else was it? No, I think it was just parsley. So yeah, I just put it on the lowest setting. I did accidentally forget about it. It got a little bit crispy, but that's fine. So yeah, this is what it looked like when it came out. The parsley was a bit yellowed and, like I said, crispy, but whatever, it's fine. And then I just pretty much smoosh it all up. So I like pick the leaves off. If there are any stems, I try to pick those out. I don't care about it that much though. And then I either just smoosh it up with my hands or sometimes I use the mortar and pestle to get a nice fine powder. So that's what I used this time. And then, yeah, I put them into my little jars. And then I've got a bit more herbs, dried herbs to use. So I used to be really into my herbs and I would make like tinctures and my own like herb balms and stuff like that. That's all fallen a bit by the wayside with kids and stuff, but it is nice to know that I still, have those skills and stuff like that, because that sort of stuff can come in handy and we're all about using natural remedies and things like that. So yeah, it's nice to know. Another fun thing that we did this week was make a batch of cookies. You may have seen that I bought some pistachio spread in last week's grocery haul. Yes, it was extravagant. Like I said, I was using my spending money to buy it, so I don't feel bad about it. But yeah, we decided to make some cookies. This is just a super basic recipe. I used to have a really good recipe for cookies, but I think I wrote it down wrong, and yeah, they don't turn out the same now. So if you have a really good tried and true basic recipe for cookies, please let me know. But yeah, we just made some simple cookies just with vanilla, and then we topped them with the pistachio spread and some of the hazelnut spread. Oh, these were so good. What a lovely little treat. We also ended up putting little bits of strawberry on there as well. Absolutely delicious. I don't think I'll be buying the pistachio spread again, just because it's expensive, and also because I ate it all, and I don't need that. But yeah. So yeah, I also froze a bunch of the cookie dough. This is really random, but I absolutely love the Ben & Jerry's cookie dough ice cream. That's like a big treat for me. But whenever I get it, I just like pick out the cookie dough chunks and eat them, and then I don't want to eat the ice cream. So I decided that I could just freeze some cookie dough and eat it, and that would be a treat. I don't recommend this because obviously it's raw flour, it's raw egg, like it's probably not the best, but whatever. I don't care. Don't come for me. So probably a much healthier little sugary treat that I've been having is watermelon juice, sort of. It's like a watermelon smoothie, I don't know. I find it difficult to eat through a whole watermelon. I don't know why, I just forget about it or something. What I do love to do though is make a watermelon juice. We had so much watermelon from Lighthouse Care because they were giving them away for free. So yeah, this week I had one massive watermelon to do something with. So what I do, I cut them up, and I make them into like these little smoothies. The good thing about eating them like this is that you can freeze the watermelon and then like use it whenever you want, sort of thing. Because otherwise, like if you cut up this entire watermelon, it was absolutely huge. You would have so much watermelon in your fridge and absolutely not be able to use it all. And we don't like anything to go to waste, of course. So yes, I cut the watermelon up into little pieces. I put them in containers. I pop a bunch of the containers in the freezer. And then like the day before or whenever I want to use it, I just grab one out, pop it in the fridge, and then it is ready to turn into a smoothie or a juice the next day. Obviously, if you're freezing and unfreezing watermelon, it doesn't have the same texture when it's been defrosted, because yeah, it just doesn't. That's how watermelon works. So you're probably not going to be freezing it, defrosting it, and then just eating it as a snack. Only freeze it if you are going to be turning it into a juice, because yeah, otherwise the texture's weird. But yeah, I love doing this. I've been doing it for a while now. Whenever we get watermelon that's maybe going a bit manky, or we have too much or whatever, or we get heaps for free like we have this past sort of month. And yeah, it's just a really good way to use it up. I do strain it. You could do it in a juicer and like you wouldn't need to do this, but I just find this way easier to clean and deal with. So yeah, I just blitz it up in the NutriBullet, and then I strain out like the seeds and pulp and whatever. You don't need to do this if you don't care about the texture. Sometimes I just drink it, but it is more pleasant to have if it's strained. So yeah, then I just pour it back into the cup, and that's my little drinky drink. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about today is pizza. You may or may not know, oh, there's a giant truck going past, sorry. You may or may not know, we do pizza night on Friday nights, or we have been for the past maybe month, because my toddler has swimming lessons at 3 o'clock down the mountain, and then by the time we get home, we're all very hungry and I couldn't be bothered to cook anything. So we're doing pizza night, but this week I realised like we have all of the ingredients to make pizza, right? We have bread flour, we have heaps of ham, we've got cheese, got tomato paste. So I decided we would be making pizza. So what I did was use my handy bread maker. My bread maker has a pizza dough function on it. So I just followed the recipe from that. Obviously it doesn't cook the pizzas, it just makes the dough. But yeah, so I did the dough with that. And look, I did let it proof for way too long. I did this like a couple of days beforehand, and instead of putting them in the freezer, I put them in the fridge, and the pizzas did turn out like very risen and bready, but they were really good. They're really yummy. I do think we need to get some pizza pans because they don't quite cook the same on like regular pans, especially the glass one just doesn't do the same thing. But that's all right. The pizzas were really tasty, and we're saving ourselves some money by not buying frozen pizzas for Friday nights, and we're also saving ourselves probably a bit of health concerns as well. Because obviously, yes, this is much healthier than just going and buying a frozen pizza. So yeah, that's sort of what we've been doing lately. I hope the sound on this video is okay. Sometimes it's been too loud. Some people have said it's been too echoey or quiet, or I hope this one's a bit better. It probably won't be. Yeah, buying a microphone is just not a priority right now. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you would like to see, and I will endeavour to show. You can also have a look at my shorts on here. I post pretty regularly on my shorts. There's also TikTok and Instagram. So thank you again. I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.